Hi you guys. I realized that I was going to do some kind of like Q&A kind of thing before the book came out, and I said that like at least a week or two ago and forgot about it. What? That sounds exactly like me. So anyway, since this is the last day before the book comes out, I thought now's the time. I can't promise that I'll get through everyone's questions or do like lots of them, but maybe this afternoon, if anyone has some questions, we could try and just get through a few of them. I don't know. That's actually a very good question, which I can't answer. It is kind of important. Like, I don't think it's going to be a major plot point unless it turns out to be a major plot point, but it does give you insight into who. I love how many of these questions are all about the fourth book. Have you started it? When does it come out? When can we expect it? What's gonna, like, you don't even have the third book yet. Having said that, yes, I have started on the fourth book. I haven't officially started on the fourth book, but I have sneakily started on the fourth book. And I'm really excited about it. This is actually the one that I've been most looking forward to writing since before I ever finished Nevermoor. So yeah, I don't want to hype it too much, but I'm looking forward to it. Well, I don't. I don't really think that's a thing that I can think about. I write a book, and if it has commercial appeal, it has commercial appeal. Like, I don't know. But if you're asking from the perspective of an Aussie writer hoping to find like an international audience, don't worry about it too much, because again, like, you're going to write the story that you're going to write. You don't sit down and write a story thinking, how do I give this international appeal? Like, but also a couple of years ago, I went to Bologna Children's Book Fair, and the conversations I remember having with people over and over were just that everyone was excited about things that were coming out of Australia and wanted to hear more from Australian authors and Australian voices. So I don't think that's something that you should stress about as a writer or an aspiring author or whatever. You just have to write the story that you have to write. And commercial appeal, international appeal, those are kind of the last things that you should be thinking about. Like, write the story that you have to write. This is probably the question I get the most often. I get a lot of variations of that. When will it be coming out in Bulgarian, Spanish, Portuguese, etc.? I can't answer that. The best bet would be for you to the best bet is to ask the publisher in your country. So if you check a copy of the book and look on the copyright page, it will list the name of the publisher, and if you can email them or catch them on social media or something like that. I never know. I usually don't know that a book is being published in another country until someone tags me in it on social media or my finished copies arrive or something like that. There are all different factors involved here. They have to book in translators months in advance. They have their own publishing schedules to work with, and different books that are coming out from other authors. So, like, the best bet is just to ask them. But I do know that they all have the publishable, or have the translatable manuscript, and they have had it for a couple of months. So some of them might already be working on it, some might be waiting to, some haven't published Wondersmith yet. So best just to get in touch with your well, I think definitely British, predominantly. I've sort of made no secret about the fact that Nevermoor is kind of like an imaginary fantasy sort of London, but with other different influences. But I'm glad that you asked that question, because it gives me an excuse, as if I ever need one, to talk about my favourite thing, which is the audiobooks of Nevermoor and Wondersmith, and now Hollowpox, which I just received over the weekend, and I listened to the whole thing. I mean, I don't really know if it's like considered uncool to listen to your own audiobook in its entirety. But I have zero chill about my audiobooks because they're so good. I think that I have the best audiobook reader. Sorry everyone else. But Gemma Whelan is, if you are a Game of Thrones fan, you probably saw her as Yara Greyjoy. She's also from Upstart Crow and recently on Killing Eve and Jack. She's phenomenal. She's so funny. Like, she just has like perfect comic timing, and I don't know how she's mastered a gazillion accents. I cut myself off and forgot what I was saying. But basically, if you can listen to the audiobooks, you should definitely try and do that, because I honestly think that it improves the book. It makes it a better experience. You're all probably sick of hearing me go on about the audiobooks, and too bad. Wait, I remembered what it was that I was going to say. So in Hollowpox, there are several new characters, and one of them was one of my favourites to write. I really love her, and totally unexpectedly, Gemma has given her a Kiwi accent, which I am just delighted by. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Oh, thank you. That's very thoughtful. That's a nice question. Yeah, I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling a bit weird about it because I suppose, like, you know, obviously COVID has changed everything for everyone this year. And it's definitely changed what a book launch and book tour looks like in 2020. Normally, at this point, I would already have started a tour. That's a really hectic time. Touring is cool and it's really fun. The best thing is meeting everyone, but it's exhausting, and it's really hard to keep up with social media when you're on tour, and that's when you get the most engagement on social media. So there's also like an element of feeling slightly guilty that you can't do things like this. So this is really nice, actually. This is like a nice positive that the day before the book's coming out, I can just kind of take a few minutes and talk to you. I'm feeling good about it though. I've written a book I'm really proud of, and it's taken ages. Was what I got cut off from saying just then. Took ages to write this book, didn't it? Look, we all got through it together. And it's here now, so shush. No, but seriously, it did take a while, because sometimes books just take a while to write. It was a killer book, this one. But you have all been very patient, and more to the point, you've all been really kind and excited about it, and it's just lovely. You've all been really lovely, and it's so nice. It's genuinely so nice that you have all shared your excitement with me, and that you're so looking forward to reading the book tomorrow, and I hope that you like it. I mean, I do. That's all I can really say now. I hope it's been worth the wait. I'm going to take a little break because what time is it? It's 10 to 5 and I have had neither breakfast nor lunch, so I'm going to go have something to that description.